All right, so I'll go over a couple of string methods real quick. So there are a few different string methods. A string is anything in our quotes. So if we create a variable and we give it a word or a phrase in quotes, that is called a string. So I'm going to refer to that as a string from here on out. String.length will tell us how long the string is, how many characters there are. Index of target will tell us if a target string is inside of our big string, and then it'll tell us where it is. Now, the important thing to realize is that the way we number it, each letter has a position in our string. And the first position is position 0. So we would call that index 0 as the first position. And the second position would be index 1. So in this case, the H is our third letter, but it is at index 2 because we go 0, 1, 2. So far, so good. So if I run this right now, in our console log, it'll print that the length of my string is 16. That means the S at the very end has an index of 15 because we go from 0 to 15 to get 16 characters. So far, so good. So string.length, or in this case, message, because message is what my string is something important to remember. Now, if I'm going to, let's say, use index of, I might say message.index of, let's say I'm looking for the letter T. So now if I run that, it will tell me that the length is 16 and that there's a T at position 10, so which is the 11th character. Okay, now it only finds the first T. All right, so it only finds the first T. It will not find the second T. So index of will only find the first T, not the second T. All right, so that's important to remember. So it won't tell me how many T's there are. It'll just tell me that there is a T and where the first one is. So far so good. And then we've got substring, which will tell me just a piece. So if I just want to see a piece of my message, then I would use the substring method, and I would say what's my first letter I want and what's one more than the last letter I want. So if I go 0, 5, and then I run it, we'll get 5 characters, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where are we starting from, and this is one more than our last letter, okay? So 1, 2, 3, I'm sorry, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So L would be index 5. So this is really returning 0, the string that is 0 through 4. So far, so good. If I wanted to return the string that was 2 through 4, I would simply change it, and now it would return 2 through 4, which is just going to be 0, 1, 2. So starting with the H, 3, 4. So the first number is the first index it's going to return, and the second number is one more than the second index, right? So everything between there. So these 3 methods, you can do a lot of stuff. In my next video, I'll also show you how you can use some of these methods together to find all of the instances of a particular letter in a message.